What's up guys, Knewaccount here, and today I'd like to have a little discussion about Paragon. Paragon's a game I really like, but I can't quite say I'm enjoying it right now. The game itself is a little strange and unbalanced, and I understand it's a beta and we're working on it, so I'd like to share my top 5 things I want to see changed in Paragon. Keep in mind that this is just my opinion of things that I've experienced through the games and through my experience in other MOBAs. The first thing I want to see is a Minion Rework. Currently, farming early game is dull and slow paced. We spend about 30 minutes of the match stealing last hits from minions. This shouldn't really be the case. We should be able to clear the waves ourselves. We are heroes fighting minions. Minions shouldn't feel like they have more HP than heroes early game. Epic spends a lot of resources trying to improve their match time. I feel if they improve the early game farm through minions, through being able to kill minions, we'll be able to take out towers faster and end games faster. Another thing to improve about Minion is their aggression towards enemy players. Enemy players can sit behind the minions, attack you, beat you up, and the minions don't even blink an eye. They keep on doing whatever they're doing. Either the minions should be more focused on the hero that is attacking you, or they should increase the damage of the shooters so that it can prevent some of that early game level 1 aggression, which isn't really seen in other games because the minions wreck you in other games. Another reason we should be able to clear minions is to defend the towers. We can't even defend towers at the rate that the minions come in half the time. For example, take a character like Gideon. Gideon, to clear a wave, he has to ult on the wave just to clear the entire wave. The second thing I'd like to speak about are cards that remove CC, or CC immunity actives. The game has reached a point where having CC will almost guarantee you the win. Heroes like Decker, Steel, Sevarog, Rampage, Quang, and the almighty Aurora are all common picks with powerful CC. I really am one to believe that to achieve proper balance, everything needs to have counterplay. Currently, there is no counterplay to CC chaining. The only items in the game to prevent CC chains are Hunter's Guile and Purity Sensor. They're both potent cards, but we need more of them. We need cards that everyone could use. Right now, we're relying on support to carry the Purity Sensor to be able to get out of Aurora's ult, for example. Number 3. While we're on the subject of cards, I'd like to see an improvement to the active and passive card system that is currently placed in Paragon. Now I understand that the devs are working on a rework of the card system, but as of this date I haven't heard any information as to what exactly they're doing, so I'm just going with what information I have as of today. There are multiple passives and actives in the game right now, but most of them are useless in the current meta. The good actives are the ones that are commonly used, such as the variants of Blink, Honor the freaking Pure, Purity Sensor, and Hunter's Guile. The vast majority, however, fall really short when it comes to their actives, and they're just such a big investment for what they really give you. Especially the active cards. They're active cards with really good effects, but they'll cost you about 8 points just to get in your deck. On top of which, the stats that they provide aren't really all that good to be building them. So again, I understand Epic's reworking their whole card system, and I'm sure they've got many more things to come, but this is definitely something I'd like to see, an improvement in their active system. And so let's talk about the elephant in the room, guys. Tower balance. Epic has been messing with the towers in Paragon since early access, and honestly I didn't see a problem with the towers until they decided to directly correlate match times with tower damage, tower defense, and minion versus tower damage. That in itself is one piece to the time puzzle, not all of it. And so in focusing so much on the tower balance and the respawn timers, they've made it so that towers are complete garbage, they die really fast, and they don't put out any damage. Don't get me wrong, tower diving is an essential part of the game. However, characters like Rampage and Greystone are tower diving without any defense, building pure damage, building crit on top of that, and being able to tower dive, survive the tower dive, take out the team, take the tower, and come out with their lives. This can be mitigated if the towers just did a sufficient amount of damage, enough damage that tanks couldn't dive it without building defense. And so since I already mentioned defense, I want to talk about one last change I'd like to see in Paragon, and that is a stat rebalance. More specifically, I want to see defense come back again. Now hold on, don't sound any alarms. I understand Agora was a hot mess when it came to defense, but hear me out. Currently, it is hard to find a tank that properly builds defense. Defense right now is almost a dead stat. Tanks should be tanks. I encourage tanks to be tanks. They should be able to build defense and be tanky and not die in 2 shots. But the current way defense is right now, tanks aren't building it because they're not benefiting from it as much as they would from building damage, especially in the early and mid game. However, there's a whole other discussion to be had about the balance of fighters and how they scale with their damage and how they scale with their defense, but that's a topic for another time. And so all that being said, I've been Knewaccount. Thank you so much for watching. If you agreed or disagreed with what I had to say, leave a comment in the comment section, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more gaming content.